Yes, sir. Take a shot.
What time is it?
Game time! Woo!
Every great plot has its twist. Game 5 of the NBA Finals was no exception. In fact, it may have shifted the momentum in this series. Michael Jordan was hitting the back of the rim all night. Meanwhile, Karl Malone finally found his rhythm, 39 points. And he had help, most notably from an unlikely source, forward Antoine Carr. Called upon in the second half, Carr had 5 attempts from the field. He made all 5. Chicago couldn't close it out at home, so we're back in Utah for Game 6, coming up next.
Dusk here in Salt Lake City, Utah, as we get ready for tonight's big game. We now go over to Dan Roberts, the PA announcer for tonight's game.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to the Douglas Center for game number 6 of the NBA Finals with the Chicago Bulls and our Utah Jazz. And now, introducing the starting lineup for the Chicago Bulls. Wearing number 13, the starting center at 7'2" from New Mexico, Luke Longley. On the guard line, number 9 at 6'6", from Miami of Ohio, Ron Harper. Wearing number 7, starting forward at 6'11" from Croatia, Tony Kukoc. Wearing number 33, starting forward at 6'7" from Central Arkansas, Scottie Pippen. And a guard, number 23 at 6'6" from North Carolina, Michael Jordan. The Bulls are coached by Phil Jackson. Time to introduce the starting five for our Utah Jazz. Starting forward, number 3 at 6'7" from Long Beach State, Brian Russell. The starting center, number 31 at 6'9" from Stanford, Adam Keefe. At guard, number 14 at 6'4" from Iowa State, Jeff Hornacek. On the guard line, number 12 at 6'1" from Gonzaga, John Stockton. Starting at forward, number 32 at 6'9" from Louisiana Tech, the mailman, Karl Malone. The Jazz are coached by Jerry Sloan.
Welcome, everyone, to Salt Lake City, Utah, for Game 6 of the NBA Finals between the Chicago Bulls and the Utah Jazz. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Coach, the Jazz need to win 2 in a row, but these rabid fans trying to will them to the finish line.
And if they win tonight, Kevin, Game 7 would also be here on their home court. So this crowd could have a decided impact on the final outcome.
And in the first 2 games here in Salt Lake City, Clark, Jordan and Pippen, Kukoc also, combining to go 4 for 23 from 3. And it's unheard of.
It really is, Kevin, and the Jazz with a bit more size and strength inside, it sure would help Chicago if they can space the floor a little better tonight and knock down some of those perimeter shots.
On the floor for the Chicago Bulls, Luke Longley is at the 5. The forwards, Scottie Pippen and Tony Kukoc. And at the guard positions, Ron Harper and the great Michael Jordan. And so for the Utah Jazz, it's Adam Keefe and Karl Malone inside. Brian Russell at the 3 and also tasked with defending Michael Jordan. And the skilled backcourt of Jeff Hornacek and John Stockton.
When you look at how the Bulls have played on the road this postseason, They're only 4-4, and most of those losses have come against their toughest opponents, Utah and Indiana.
Now here's Jordan. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen.
I love the floor awareness from Pippen, understanding when the defense is overcommitted.
Hornacek outside. On the wing, Malone. Over Longley. Cans the shot from the wing. Clark, of course, it took Chicago 7 games to get past Indiana. And as a former Pacer, I know how proud you are of those players from Indianapolis.
No question about it, Kevin. Being part of that franchise's history and seeing that Indiana team push the Bulls harder than any team had during this dynasty, impressive.
It was. And here's Stockton. After the three-pointer from Scottie Pippen. Stockton kicks to Malone. Outside, Russell. And the pass to Keefe. 4 on the shot clock. 16 feet away. Here's Hornacek. Utah the rebound. Here's Malone. And finally, that one's good. Malone's got his second basket of the game.
And Dennis Rodman, not his usual energetic self in Game 5. Just 3 rebounds.
Tying his season low. He's got his work cut out for him trying to battle with Karl Malone.
Jordan's shot is off.
And Karl Malone, the 1997 league MVP, has a full package of offensive firepower. Inside, outside, he gets it done in multiple ways.
And first team all defense 2 years running. Give him credit. He's an elite two-way player.
The shot's good from Hornacek.
That's a money play for this team. Hornacek in a catch and shoot.
Jordan against Russell. Count it.
Clearly, he's found his rhythm early in this one, looking to score whenever he can, whenever he has it.
And this team encourages him to be active on offense because they understand how dangerous he can be.
And the Bulls, David Aldridge, with some concerning injuries.
Thanks, guys. Now, the big news for the Bulls is the condition of Scottie Pippen, who hurt his back in Game 3. He did take an injection yesterday, did electrical stim, iced it, had ultrasound and a massage, and then he did a lot of stretching. He told me he's a little bit ginger, but nothing can keep him out of a game like this. Back to you.
We knew that. David, thank you. Mike, it really has been an injury-plagued series for the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, Ron Harper has the flu, can't hold down any food. Plus, the Bulls have been without a couple other key players. Monumental challenge for them tonight.
Huge, you're right. And a big Game 5 for Tony Kukoc. You know, Clark, he made as many shots in just 13 attempts as Jordan and Pippen made collectively in a combined 42. I mean, that's just amazing.
Yeah, his efficiency was off the charts, and I don't think the Bulls fed him enough. They got to remedy that tonight, though, Kevin.
You're right. Here is Stockton following the basket by Michael Jordan. Stockton the pass to Hornacek. Wants to get it to Malone and does. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Malone's got 6 points. Hey, Clark, with the injury issues to Pippen and Harper, so much falling on the big shoulders of Michael Jordan.
And we know those shoulders are broad and capable, and we're used to thinking of Michael Jordan as superhuman, but he's now in his 30s playing big minutes. Does he have enough to climb another hurdle? We'll see.
It's going to be interesting to find out. Pass to Malone. Lets it go from 14. Rebound by the Bulls.
They can't expect him to miss that shot consistently.
And 3 from Jordan. The Bulls trying to slam the door for their 6th title.
Well, he's consistent from out there, especially when you give him room.
Harper against Stockton. Pass to Malone. And the jam by Karl Malone.
And in the 4th quarter of Game 5, John Stockton didn't attempt a single field goal. Jerry Sloan would like him to be a little more assertive with his scoring tonight.
He's been an outstanding field goal percentage shooter throughout his career and in this series, Mike, so no real reason for him not to look for his shot.
The shot's good from Jordan.
He's so difficult to slow down when he gets that fire in his eyes.
Hornacek outside. 59 seconds left to play here in the first. Malone, the pass to Hornacek. Nice ball movement by Utah. Takes it from 10. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Longley's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Jordan with it. He's got 13. Not going to go that time. And Mike, coming into this game, Malone said he wanted to attack the paint early.
That's right. Looking to put pressure on the rim and, if possible, get Rodman and Longley in early foul trouble.
Here's Jordan after the basket by Utah. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now. And so far, no go.
Stockton against Harper. Back to Malone. Pass to Russell. And here's Hornacek. Keefe with a screen on Jordan. Hornacek for 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
This is why Pippen is regarded as a terrific defender. His hustle and active hands making an impact.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bulls out front, leading by 6. And we'll get the second quarter up. Welcome back to the second quarter of the NBA Finals, Game 6 here in Utah, as the Chicago Bulls look to close out the jam. But do they have enough left in the tank to get it done? And through gritted teeth, Pippen still, coach, getting it done.
Every step is a challenge with that back pain, but he's gutting it out for his teammates.
They've got Malone. Isley is out there with Jeff Hornacek. Then there's Carr. And it's Russell in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Isley. He kicks it to Hornacek. Malone in the post. Guarded by Kukoc. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Malone draws all kinds of attention, being the dynamic scorer that he is.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Malone taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Malone.
As the youngest of 9 children, Malone had to be strong growing up. And that physicality is clearly translated to the basketball court.
The Jazz making a switch here. Morris is checked in, and Chicago also making a switch. Burrell, he's checked in for Scottie Pippen. And both free throws good for Malone.
And these Bulls have to feel like the time is now to close out the series. They do not want it getting to a Game 7 on the road.
Here's Jordan. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Jordan's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bulls. To the paint, here's Malone. And it's slammed in by Malone.
Showing off the power right there. Karl Malone does not mess around down low.
And Clark, the Bulls looking to close it out tonight. Critical, since very few teams have been able to win a finals Game 7 on the road.
And you know what, Kevin? If it got to that point, all the momentum would be with the Jazz, having battled back from down 3-1. The Bulls got to play like this is the Game 7 here.
Oh, once again, you've mapped it out well, Clark. Seems to me, Clark, like the Bulls doing a pretty good job of containing the terrific Karl Malone.
Well, you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing. And after his big showing in Game 5, Kevin, they knew that would be a critical element tonight. Bottle up Malone.
That's right, top of the priority list. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Morris passes to Carr. He can't hit that time. Kukoc with the defensive effort. Down low. And Rodman with the slam.
Well, I love the fact that they are looking to keep building onto this lead. They want to extend it, hoping to break the game open if they can.
It won't happen all at once, but little by little, they are executing and starting to open the lead.
Malone gets the bucket. So, Mike, the mailman, Karl Malone, as intended, doing damage inside.
The Bulls lack anyone who can really slow him down in there.
There's the pass to Kerr. Good, and it's Jordan picking up the assist. Jordan's got his third assist on the night. Here's Isley, defended by Kerr. Russell with a wide open look. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Jordan kicks to Kerr. Another one falls for Chicago.
Boy, are they locked in on offense, knocking down every shot right now.
And the other team has to step it up on defense. No excuse letting them torch you like this.
Malone down low. Jordan's there. Pass to Isley. Over Kerr. And too long on the shot.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Jordan kicks to Kerr. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And in these particular playoffs, the Bulls have lost 4 of their last 5 on the road. They know they've got to get busy and handle their business now.
Malone. No good again that time.
And the defense was ready for that. They know he's a threat at the rim and swarmed him on that layup.
Yep, that one goes.
How do you expand the lead? Increase it. It takes good play on both ends.
Yeah, it's not just about buckets, not just about stops. You need both.
And the Utah Jazz, Mike, the last 2 years, the best winning percentage in franchise history.
Top 2 in the league. This Stockton-Malone pairing is one for the record books.
History in front of our eyes, you're right. And here's Kerr from the arc. Good, and it's Jordan picking up the assist. Jordan's got 6 assists in the game. Jazz trail by 18. Offensively, Clark, things have sort of fallen apart for him.
And they need to recover as soon as possible.
And Morris throws it down.
Coming off that pick, had all the separation he needed.
And once he got that separation, Clark, there was no stopping him.
And he capitalized with the emphatic finish.
And it goes down 2 points.
And the Utah Jazz not getting a lot from their center position in this series. Both Greg Ostertag and Jeff Forster, relative non-factors.
Passes to Isley. Malone with the screen. 11 feet away. And the jam by Karl Malone.
Boy, cleaning up the glass and sending it right back down. Malone earning an extra possession for his team.
Jordan is doubled. Pass to Kerr. Now here's Jordan from past the arc. The rebound by Isley.
Well, that's a quality look for him. Probably surprised himself with that miss.
Yeah, the defense can't continue to give him that shot and expect the same results.
Beyond the arc. And his third shot of the night, no good, 0 for 3. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
That's a heads-up play by Kerr, finding the open man and getting him the ball on time and on target. Well done.
Here's Isley. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Malone. Good D by Jordan.
They got a great look. Close in. Sometimes the ball just doesn't go through the hoop.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Bulls lead by 18. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. Welcome back to the second half of Game 6 in the NBA Finals here in Salt Lake City, Utah. The Jazz trying to force a Game 7 against the defending champion Chicago Bulls in front of these tremendous fans. And so Stockton will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's an 18-point game.
And not just Scottie Pippen dealing with a bad back. John Stockton also dealing with back issues.
So with Rodman on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. They've got Tony Kukoc. Jordan is out there with Harper. Then it's Pippen, and it's Longley in at the center. 1/2 remaining between Chicago and Jordan winning their 6th championship. And in this MVP battle so far, Michael Jordan is coming out, I think, Coach, on top.
Yeah, Karl Malone not having the same impact as MJ. That's been a factor.
Huge. And it's slammed in by Malone.
Boy, I tell you what, Malone, an excellent pick-and-roll threat. And a knockdown shooter, too, which makes him hard to guard.
And apparently Clark Stockton got a back adjustment at halftime.
Well, Kevin, you know, at this point in the season, just about everybody is dealing with some kind of ailment. It's really a battle of attrition.
It is. And now to Hall of Famer David Aldridge for a word on Michael Jordan.
Thank you, Kevin. Michael Jordan hasn't missed a single game since he returned from playing baseball. This year, he's played more minutes than at any time since the 1992 season, when he was, of course, much younger. And with the Bulls ailing, he's being asked to do even more, if that's physically possible. Guys?
David, thanks. We appreciate the report. You know, Clark, if anyone can do it, it's probably Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Kevin, he's one of the rarest athletes I've ever seen. You think about his unique giftedness as an athlete, size, speed, strength, endurance, and then you think about that competitive drive. He actually plays like an overachiever because of how driven he is and how committed he is to being the best he can be. I don't know if I've seen a guy any more competitive than Michael Jordan.
I am right there with you. You know, Mike, this is pretty amazing considering how banged up he is, just how effective Scottie Pippen has been tonight in this game.
And if this were the regular season, no chance he'd be playing right now. But he's in there and making a difference.
And a heroic performance.
And that is how you get busy on the glass. What a finish.
Yeah, Clark putting a little extra muscle into that one for sure.
Yeah.
He was a menace on that play, keeping it alive and then punishing the D for not bodying up on him.
And, you know, you look at the Jazz with Malone and their other bigs, they've got a significant size advantage inside, but the Bulls have done a nice job holding their own on the glass.
Foster's checked in for Utah. Anderson comes in for Brian Russell. Wennington, he's checked in for the Bulls. Here's Hornacek. Hits from the high post. Hornacek's got 6 points.
If you allow Hornacek a look from there, it's almost like a layup for him.
Like you were talking about the size comparison between these two teams, the Bulls are a lot bigger on the perimeter.
Yeah, Harper and Jordan both 6'6". Contrast that with the Jazz, Stockton at 6'1", Hornacek 6'3". They don't have the same length on the wings.
It is on display for sure.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Here's Jordan. Here's Pippen. The shot comes out. The Jazz go the other way with it. They're doing what they can do, Clark, to mount a comeback.
And one of the things to keep in mind is that they don't have to get it back all at once. I mean, just focus on making each possession count.
Here's Stockton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And you look at Karl Malone, 6'9", 250 pounds, just a Goliath. The Bulls are hard-pressed to deal with his physicality inside.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
He has that fight in him. Love the aggression at the rim when they are trying to claw back into the game.
Hornacek outside. On the wing, Malone shoots from the baseline, and there's another one for the Jazz. And Clark, you talk about defending Malone. Dennis Rodman is game for that challenge. He's game for any challenge, but that one in particular.
Yeah, with Dennis Rodman, it's about embracing that hard-nosed physical play. And we know that Rodman is a guy who never backs up from that.
No, he doesn't.
Well, it's really hard to come back if you can't get stops. You've got to figure out a way to stop the bleeding if you're going to come back.
And he looked very comfortable on that one. Not a lot of resistance.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. The Jazz making a switch here. Carr's checked in, then for the Bulls. Rodman, he's checked in for Wennington. Bushler comes in for Scottie Pippen. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Ron Harper. 1:25 left in the third quarter of the game. It's stolen by Kerr. Outside, Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Jacks up a three. Bushler's shot is off. Jazz trail by 16. Stockton outside. The pass to Hornacek. Great D that time from Jordan. Here's Chicago. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Jordan's got 39.
Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. They want to see how big this lead can get.
No such thing as running up the score at this level.
Pass to Malone. Banked in off the glass. Malone's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Yeah, like the touch from Malone inside there. I mean, one of the most accomplished scorers in the game, without a doubt.
And so Stockton will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 16. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Count it. Good. Stockton's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, Stockton is really clever when it comes to scoring inside. Not the biggest guy, but he finds a way to get the job done.
Jordan. And Jordan slams it home.
He had some bad intentions there. Oh, boy, watch out.
Oh, boy, watch out is right.
That was crazy. Just incredible display of athleticism.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
That will count. And so it's Chicago with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything. We're back for the fourth quarter of play here in Game 6. The Utah Jazz and the Chicago Bulls, for the second year in a row, battling for an NBA championship. It all comes down to this.
And you look at it, John Stockton, 36 years of age, Karl Malone at 34. You wonder, is this their last best chance at a title?
Antoine Carr out there with Russell. Then there's John Stockton, and there's Malone, and it's Hornacek in at the 2. That's the group right now for Utah.
Showing just how dominant he can be. He's just carrying this offense right now.
Stockton outside. Malone sets the pick for Stockton. And there's Karl Malone on the assist by Stockton. Malone's got 32 points in the game. And Stockton at this point has played more playoff games, Clark, than anyone in NBA history without winning a title.
Boy, you certainly respect the number of deep runs that he's been part of. And at this point, all he wants is a ring.
He's going to the Hall of Fame, but you're right. This has got to be the one thing absent on his resume.
No doubt. As they keep expanding this lead, keep feeding him the ball.
He's having a great shooting night, so yeah, I'd say getting him the rock is a great game plan.
Now Carr. Hornacek outside. To the inside. Malone, no luck.
Brian Russell's size, he's 6'7" and 225 pounds, and he's got good athleticism too. Really makes him the best defensive option for Utah in playing Michael Jordan. It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Jazz trail by 18. Coach, Michael Jordan is having himself a game. Wow.
Outplaying Karl Malone to this point. The Bulls getting the better of that superstar matchup.
Yeah, you know, some might say Stockton is the high water mark for dime droppers. His distribution really on a whole nother level. Great assist guy.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Russell drafted in the second round back in '93, Mike. He's played his entire career with the Jazz.
And he's not on the floor for his offense. His role for this Jazz team is to be a wing stopper.
He takes it in. Can't connect from short range.
Seemed as if he had the angle to finish, but the defense did just enough to throw him off. The lead pass, executing one, takes a high basketball IQ.
Here is Stockton. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Russell feeling it out a bit. Here's Hornacek. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Yeah, Brian Russell is a shoot-first player, but he's also very unselfish. Did a nice job with the read and made a good pass.
Chicago calls timeout. Keith is checked in for Utah. The Bulls also changing it up. Pippen's checked in for Bushley, and it's Harper in for Steve Kerr. Chicago leading by 16. Jordan with it. He's picked up by Russell, and he gets the bucket. Jordan's got 49 points in the game.
He's having a nice night tonight. The option for this team so far.
Harper against Stockton. Passes it to Keith. Rodman grabs the rebound. Rodman's got 4 rebounds in this game. Jordan the pass to Pippen. Jordan kicks to Rodman. The kick out to Harper. Shot clock at 5. Short. That falls. Nice speed that time from Harper. Harper's got his 5th assist in this one. And so Stockton will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Hornacek outside. Pass to Malone. Here's Keith. Buries it down low. Keith's got his first points of the night.
Malone, an outstanding passer at the power forward position. He's got really good floor awareness and has a really good understanding of when to get the ball to the open man.
Here's Jordan. And it's Jordan slamming it down.
You know, at one point it looked like there was still a chance, but I think that time has come and gone.
Now they're just hoping to end with something they can build on.
Malone right side. Shoots over Longley. That's good for Malone on the assist by Stockton. Malone's got 18 points just in the second half. On the wing, Jordan. He's guarded by Russell. And it's Pippen missing. Jazz trail by 18. The pass to Hornacek. He doesn't hit that one. Rodman with the defensive effort. Outside for Pippen. Tries from 16. Rebounded by the Jazz. 1:16 left to play here in the fourth. And it's Russell in the corner. Buries it from three-point range.
Part of what Russell brings to the table. He's a steady three-point option.
Chicago leading by 15. And they double up Jordan. Here's Rodman. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 6 points for Dennis Rodman.
This was a no-doubter here, a no-brainer, complete domination in every facet of the game.
And this game wasn't even as close as the score indicates. Nothing you can do but shake this one off, and things happen to you like that.
Stockton looking around. Here's Malone. Shoots over Longley. Malone misses. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pippen with a wide-open look. Drills the three-pointer. And the Bulls lead by 20.
They've turned it up a notch here during this home stretch.
Yeah, saving their best basketball for when it mattered the most. That's how you secure a win.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pass to Malone. Luke Longley grabs the miss.
I don't think you can ask for a better look, just not the result they were looking for.
Yeah, he's got to put that miss behind him and continue to fire away when he gets that kind of a look.
And the Chicago Bulls win their 6th championship, completing a second three-peat. Without question, Mike, one of the greatest dynasties this league has ever seen.
6 championships in 8 seasons. A decade of dominance. The 90s have belonged to Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls.
And this title run for the Bulls, arguably, Clark, their most difficult, with age and injuries and even some palace intrigue. But for the moment, merely jubilation.
You covered it all there, Kevin. What a remarkable run. And now we'll just have to wait and see whether they decide to run it back one more time. This very well, though, could be the final chapter